Hey guys, it's the Book Goddess, and I am here with a Doctor Who book tag for you. I came up with this afternoon, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to try to make it short, and I need you to bear with me because I am fighting off a cough. So, without further ado, the first question is The Doctor, a book with a character that saves the world on a regular basis. Who else but Percy Jackson? From Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus series. Percy Jackson is the son of Poseidon and spends a lot of time working on saving the world from evil Greek mythological forces. Great series, both of them, so check them out if you haven't read them, and don't judge Percy Jackson by the movies because they completely butchered the books. So, number 2, River's Song, a mysterious book or character. So, I had to pick Sherlock Holmes. This is the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. This is the Reader's Digest edition that I actually got at the library on sale for like $2. So that was a really great buy. Anyway, Sherlock Holmes is a classic, probably the most famous of all detectives, and he has some great cases in all of the books that have Sherlock Holmes stories. My personal favorite is The Speckled Band, which I highly suggest you read because it is so good. It's kind of creepy, but it is like amazing. So, check out some Sherlock Holmes if you like mystery or stuff that you have to like really think about, because it's so good. Okay, number 3, Amy Pond, that feisty character that you love. Poppy from Princess of Glass. This Princess of Glass book is written by Jessica Day George, and it is the second book in the 12 Dancing Princesses series. So, Princess of Glass is a retelling of Cinderella, and it is really, really good. It's like it's one of the most unique versions of Cinderella out there, I think, because it's just really, really cool, because our main character, Princess Poppy, is not Cinderella, so that's really great. Okay, number 4, Clara, the Impossible Girl, my personal favorite Doctor Who companion. This is a book that blew your mind. It was so impossibly good. Well, I'm going to let you guess. You're probably right. It's Entwined by Heather Dixon. This is the greatest book ever. And I just decided that it was my favorite book ever, like, last night. Because somebody asked me, oh, what's your all-time favorite book? And it just kind of slipped out, Entwined. And I'm just like, you know, that's really true. You do love it. So, awesome book. It's a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. And it's got, like, one of the most attractive villains ever. So, if you haven't read it, check it out from your library, buy it on Amazon, whatever, just please read it, because you will love it, whether or not you're creeped out by the villain. I wasn't. I loved it until the very end of it, and then he got creepy. But, enough of that. 5, Weeping Angel, a book that either transported you to a different time or made you cry. The one that I picked actually did both of these to me, and that is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. That grand 1,000-page novel, that Civil War romance that transports you back to Georgia during the Civil War, and at the end it breaks your heart and you're sobbing. It's a really good book, and if you don't feel like reading the 1,000-page thing, the movie is really, really good. So, next, number 6, Exterminate, a book you wish you could wipe off the face of the earth. My initial answer to this was a long list of 4 books. All of them classics, but I decided to narrow it down to one, and that is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. No. The book can be summed up by people losing their heads, literally at every bend and corner. It was bad. Really, really bad. I had to read that for school, and I thought I was going to die, because I hate the idea of people, like, getting their heads whacked off. Are you kidding me? That's gross. But I had to read the book, and I absolutely hated it. So that is my book I wish I could exterminate, as the Daleks say. Number 7, Bad Wolf, that book that didn't make sense in the beginning that ended up making complete and utter sense. Well, maybe not complete and utter sense, but, you know, it made at least... It was at least understandable, that's what I'm trying to say, by the end of the book. Mine is actually a series. The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel by Michael Scott. This book series is so good. It's like a mix of all these historical figures and mythological figures, and it's like mind-blowing at first, and it's an overload of stuff you totally didn't know about. I learned so much mythology from this book series, yeah. It was crazy. It was so good. Like, in 300 pages, Michael Scott only tells you about 2 days. That is how much happens in these books, and you never want to put it down. There's action, and this is weird that I loved it so much because it was not romantic at all. It was so good, though. It was just like, our main girl didn't fall in love, and I was like, what? So, it was so good. So that's a great series that you should definitely check out. Alright, number 8, TARDIS, a book with lots of blue on the cover. Inkspell by Cornelia Funk. Oh, it's beautiful, okay, just lovely and gorgeous, and the whole trilogy is about the power of words and writing and reading, and it is so incredibly gorgeous. The ink world, oh, Cornelia Funk made the most beautiful fictional world ever. Like, it's one that draws you in, and you wish you could move there, okay? It's so good. Just please read the trilogy. I can't begin to tell you how much I love it, and I really hope you'll check it out. But that's my TARDIS book, in honor of everyone's favorite blue box. Okay, number 9, Sonic Screwdriver, a book with advanced technology. I'm picking Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles. Scarlet is the second in the 4-book series, and it is a retelling of Red Riding Hood. Lovely book. It was so good, and I wouldn't have expected the romance in it if my friend hadn't told me that's what happened, but, you know, that was fine. It was a great read. It was so interesting, and the Lunar Chronicles is like a sci-fi version of a bunch of fairy tales. So, like, the first one's Cinderella, the second one Red Riding Hood, then it's Rapunzel, and finally Snow White. It's so good. But I am going to tell you that if you do read the series, Fairest, which is the backstory to the villain, is not good. It's got some content in it that's not appropriate. So I am not going to be reading that. I look up my books before I read them, or my mom does. It's either me or my mom. She prefers to. But so I am excited about finishing the series, though, and so that's it for my book with advanced technology. Number 10, the last one, is Regenerations, because the Doctor regenerates a lot. We're on the 12th Doctor right now. Peter Capaldi. Unless they've, you know, changed it. I don't know. I haven't watched Doctor Who in a couple months. So, a fairy tale that's been written and redone tons of times, and which one's your favorite? I'm going to tell you that my favorite Doctor is Matt Smith, just because he's funny, but that's not anything to do with books. The book I would have to pick is Cinder, which is a retelling of Cinderella, and let's just face it. How many times has Cinderella been redone? I have no idea. A ton, right? Cinder is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, and it's really unique because Cinderella is a cyborg, which basically means she's like kind of sort of part robot. It is an amazing book. It's really good. I don't even like Cinderella. I don't know why. I mean, the new Disney movie was great, but like the actual fairy tale, no, read the original. It's kind of creepy, but Cinder was so good. It was really good, and I mean, there wasn't like a really clear fairy godmother figure, but all the pheasants from Gallifrey. That's my Doctor Who expression of the day. It's so good. So, check out the Lunar Chronicles. Love you guys, and I am going to tag a Book Utopia to do this video because I know she watches Doctor Who. So, thank you for watching, subscribe, and don't forget to follow the blog.